Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are keeping well. Children, here I am presenting the second video of Class 7 Social and Political Life, Chapter 3, How the State Government Works. We have learnt in the first video of this chapter about who an MLA is and about the election and formation of state government and appointment of chief minister and other ministers. Now in the present video, we'll try to understand about the legislative assembly and the working of the state government. So let's begin with the topic. The chapter provides a scene of debate in the legislative assembly. Many students from their school visited the legislative assembly in the state capital, which was an impressive building. Before entering, they had to go through with the security check. Then they were taken upstairs to a gallery. From the gallery, they could see the large hall below. There were rows and rows of desks. When the students visited the state legislative assembly, a debate on current problem was to be held. In the first video of this chapter, we learnt about that problem that the state was facing about water shortage and diarrhea. So this is the time when MLAs can express their views on the related issue. They can ask questions related to the problem and can also give suggestions about what should be done by the government. The other MLAs can also respond if they wish so. Then the minister of that department to which the problem is related gives answers of the questions and tries to convince the assembly that adequate measures and steps are being taken. We often hear or see in the news about the various decisions of the government. In state level, the chief minister and the other ministers have this responsibility to take decisions on various issues. But before taking any decision, they need to get it approved by the members of the legislative assembly. In democratic India, the MLAs have the main power that they can ask questions to the government, they can debate an important public issue and decide about the various heads on which money should be spent. So the debate began, and the MLA 1 said that in Akhand which was his constituency, 15 people died due to diarrhea in 3 weeks. He criticized the government for not being able to check the simple problem of diarrhea. He urged the minister in charge of health department to take immediate action to control the situation. Second MLA raised the question for poor condition of the government hospitals and asked the reasons for not appointing doctors and other medical staff district. The MLA also asked the government of its planning to deal with the situation present at that time. The third MLA said that there was a serious water shortage in his constituency of Tolpatti and that the women had to fetch water from long distances. He questioned the government authority to tell how many tankers were put to supply water. He further inquired about the number of wells and ponds that had been cleaned and disinfected. Hearing the criticism and questions from the MLAs of the opposition, the MLA from the ruling party explained the part of the government and the steps taken by the government. He said that the water tankers were being used to supply water and ORS packets were being distributed. Thus, the government was taking all possible measures to help people. Then another MLA mentioned that the government hospitals had very poor facilities. Many government hospitals didn't have a doctor. Even the other medical staff had not been appointed for many years. In one hospital, the doctor had gone on a long leave. This way, the condition was getting worse. He also inquired the ways through which the availability of ORS packets to the families in affected area could be ensured. Now the MLA from the ruling party defended his government by blaming the previous government that it did not pay attention to sanitation. He tried to convince that the existing government had taken the initiative to clean the garbage. So this was the debate in the Legislative Assembly where MLAs were debating the action taken or not taken by the government. All the MLAs, whether from the ruling party or from opposition, together are responsible for the work of the government. They all are called the legislature. In general, the term government refers to government department and various ministers who head or lead those departments or ministries. The overall head of these departments or ministries is the chief minister. The various departments, their heads, and the chief minister are the executive part of the government. The legislature, that is all the MLAs of Legislative Assembly, authorize and supervise the work of the executive. So we learnt that in the Legislative Assembly, the MLAs expressed their opinions about the work of the government and demanded action. Children, the work of the government is not discussed only in the Legislative Assembly. In democracy, people express their views and take actions through various ways, such as newspapers, TV channels, etc. To understand it better, let's get back to the example of the debate in the Legislative Assembly. The health minister, right after the discussion in the assembly, organized a press conference. Children, press conference is a kind of interview or announcement where someone gives information to the news reporters and answers their questions. So in the press conference, many people from different newspapers, the health minister, and some government officials were present. The minister explained about the steps taken by the government. Many questions were asked by the press reporters. The discussions held in the meeting were reported in different newspapers. Here's the image of one such report. The report said that there was strong reaction on the several deaths due to diarrhea in the state. The health minister on behalf of the government explained at the press conference about the several steps taken by the government, such as instructions to all collectors and chief medical officers to take urgent measures, drinking water supply through tanker trucks, and providing funds for the task. Also, the minister informed the government's planning to start an awareness campaign for preventing diarrhea. On the question regarding the garbage collection, the chief minister replied that he himself would look into the matter. As a reaction of the criticism by the MLA of opposition in Legislative Assembly and questions by the reporters in press conference, the chief minister and the health minister visited those families whose relatives had died due to diarrhea and the others who were in the hospital in Patalpuram district. A compensation was announced for such families. The chief minister promised to establish a high level committee that would check the requirements of the districts so that proper sanitation facilities could be provided. He said that he would request the minister for public works to see and take care of proper water supply in the area. Children, whatever we have learnt so far, it is clear that the people in power, like the chief minister and the other ministers, have to take action and look after the requirements of the people. They do so through various departments such as Public Works Department, that is PWD, the Agriculture Department, the Health Department, the Education Department, and so on. They are also answerable to questions asked in the Legislative Assembly. They have to convince people that proper and sufficient steps are being taken. Various issues and matters are also discussed in the newspapers and TV channels, and the government has to respond to those matters by holding the press conference, etc. The government can also make new laws for the state regarding sanitation and health facilities. For example, it can be made compulsory for the municipal corporations to provide sufficient toilets in urban areas. The state government can make a law to ensure that in every village a health worker is appointed. The law making process is done in the Legislative Assembly of the state. Thus, the Legislative Assembly is the law making body, the legislature of the government in the state. The laws made in the Legislative Assembly are implemented through various government departments of the state. To sum up the topic, we can say that in a democracy, people elect their representatives as members of the Legislative Assembly, MLAs. Therefore, it is the people who have the main power or authority. The party in majority becomes the ruling party and forms the government. Amongst the members of the ruling party, some are appointed ministers who are in charge of various departments of the state government. These departments have to get approval for their work by the members of the Legislative Assembly. That's all for the chapter. Now try to answer the following questions so that you can revise the topic once again. So first question is, how does the assembly work? Second, define government, legislature, executive. Third question, other than the Legislative Assembly, where else is the work of government discussed? Fourth, how does the government in a state function? If you found this video helpful and wish to watch more of such content, do consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you have any queries or comment, please post them in the comment section below. Thank you.